He was deployed to Al Dhafra in the UAE for 274 days from October to June.
Outstanding.
And after a one-way UAV came in, he was able to, as an EOD technician, reverse engineer it and exploit it and push out all that information to our forces to help support all operations going on across the AOR.
Outstanding. Thank you very much. Well done. Appreciate it.
And sir, I have Master Sergeant Callie Aberdeen. She was a security forces superintendent deployed to PSAB Air Base for the exact same amount of time. After a barrage of theater ballistic missile attacks, she led the casualty collection of all of the things that were going on there and supported the triage and evacuation of 23 casualties out of the AOR, sir.
Thank you. God bless you. Appreciate it.
Sir, Josh Kindle,
All right.
Flight American Chair. He's one of my FCCs. They were en route to a further downrange location. He was out servicing the aircraft when the airfield came under a ballistic missile and one-way UAV attacks, not only once, but twice. He stopped servicing, came inside, grabbed 10 people, including the air crew, did a little bunker diving, and returned out to the airplane to continue the mission with 89,000 pounds worth of war fighting materials.
Wow. Outstanding. Appreciate you. Thank you. Hell yeah.
Mr. Secretary, this is Staff Sergeant Gregory Clayton, goes by Kane. He's one of our flying crew chiefs out of the Aircraft Maintenance Squadron. I'll just share a little bit of 400 hours on his last deployment. Countless bunker runs. I think I saw 23 in his records. You know, we also often say flexibility is the key to air power, but I think the hard work of our aircraft maintainers is the key to air power.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Amen. Thank you.
Mr. Secretary, thanks for joining us. This beautiful aircraft behind us, I think, we'll talk about Noah in a second, but what he represents is the power of this beautiful airlifter right here. Captain Noah Schwab was deployed downrange to the Middle East as Epic Fury kicked off, and him and his squadron, he helped organize a blowout from Al-Udeid Air Base up to Germany when things got too hot for them, and they continued to execute combat airlift missions under fire day in and day out until that unit came home, so just really proud of him.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Give it up for him. Give it up for him. Thank you all. How are we doing today? This will be by far the best part of my day, no doubt. Well, we also had a chance to rename this base today after an incredible senator, so you are now standing on Joint Base Lindsey Graham. What a sight, no better sight in America. And it's an honor to be here with the warfighters of the 628th Air Base Wing, the 437th and 315th Airlift Wings, and the sailors of the Naval Nuclear Power Training Command and Training Unit. Now, when I look out at this crowd, I don't just see great Americans. In fact, that's what I say to my kids when they see our agents or others. They say, who are that? I said, great Americans. That's what you are, great Americans, serving your country at the prime of your life. I don't just see great Americans. I see the absolute backbone of American power projection. You guarantee that when the United States draws a red line, our adversaries know we have the might, the grit, the logistics, and the reach to get it done. You are a reflection of the priorities that we've set from this department and in this department from day one. First, restoring the warrior ethos. We're done with the distractions. We're focused on high standards and shared purpose. It's not about what gender you are, what race you are. It's about the mission we share together, the Constitution we all swore an oath to defend, and how we train, how prepared we are, and the moments that matter the most. The 437th Airlift Wing is pioneering in this effort. Through your Airman Readiness Program in partnership with the Medical University of South Carolina, you are forging tactical athletes. You're building the physical and mental lethality required for high-stress, peer adversary combat. Our second priority has been rebuilding the military, and we're transforming our installations into critical innovation hubs for next-generation warfighting. Look at what the 437th is doing as the premier maneuver force for the C-17 Alpha modernization, leading operational testing for things like palletized munitions drastically increasing our airborne munitions capacity in future conflicts. I've been watching, I read the reports of how you iterate, do things faster and contested logistics. It's incredible, the backbone of what you have enabled in the theater. The adaptations, the changes, the speed, the nimbleness, the agility, second to none. You're equipping aircraft with integrated Starshield systems for resilient command and control in contested environments. Prototyping the war box to provide autonomous maintenance to C-17 forces anywhere in the globe, which is how we have to fight. By the way, I'm a Norwegian from Minnesota, so I sweat like a son of a bitch. This is South Carolina in August. That tactical innovation is sustained by the relentless home station support of the 628th Air Base Wing, managing over $9.5 billion in physical assets, while also providing security and sustainment to the Naval Nuclear Power Training Command and Nuclear Power Training Unit. Your support guarantees the pipeline for thousands of naval nuclear operators and protects the moored training submarines vital to our nuclear triad. And America's military is only as strong as its readiness, which is demonstrated every day by the 1,800 citizen airmen of the 315th Airlift Wing. By seamlessly integrating with active duty force, you provide the combat-ready global airlift that expands our nation's capacity to respond wherever and whenever America is called. And finally, restore the warrior ethos, rebuild the military, and reestablish deterrence. Projecting decisive global power keeps our adversaries in check. As the largest C-17 Alpha Wing, the 437 provides 40% of U.S. Transcom's strategic airlift. You are the primary maneuver element for the Joint Force during critical operations. I don't have to name them, you know them, you've lived them. Epic Fury, Inherent Resolve, Hawkeye Strike, Midnight Hammer, and Southern Spear. In the Middle East theater alone, this wing executed over 847 combat and combat support missions. Concurrently, the 628th is making this joint base the department's premier power projection platform with a heavy focus on the Pacific. Your site surveys of austere hubs like Wake Island and American Samoa prepare us for operations in other contested environments. By leveraging 3 military seaports, 39 miles of tactical rail, and robust airfield infrastructure, you ensure that we can rapidly deploy heavy armor, munitions, and personnel anywhere on planet Earth in a way no other military can. You are lethal, and you are ready, and because of you, America's enemies are on notice. I wanted to take a moment with my speech in my binder to make sure I got the stats on the back of your baseball card right. I can't memorize all of that and wouldn't be able to do it justice if I didn't read it properly. But I want to take a moment to kind of speak from the heart to all of you, because what you do is not easy, and it can devolve into numbers and debates and discussions, and you live it every single day. And having a front row seat to watch these great Americans, the real 1%, has been the privilege of my life. My job is to serve you. In every day and in every way, provide every capability you need and more to ensure you can close with and destroy the enemy and come home. Some of those missions take longer than others. Some of the challenges more contested than others. But you step up every single time. And the message the President always wants me to deliver to you is that he has your back. In every scenario, he has your back, and so do I. This nation asks you to do really difficult things halfway around the world, and nobody does it better than you. And the secret sauce of any successful mission, whether it's Epic Fury, Southern Spear, Midnight Hammer, Absolute Resolve, Hawkeye Strike, you name it, are the logistics behind it. That's the genius of the United States military, is the strategic lift, transcom, logistics, how we move things, people, munitions, capabilities. No one else can touch it, not even close. So a lot of things make headlines, things that we do that are quite effective. All of it is enabled by all of you. Incredible Americans at the top of your game, at the prime of your life, who could have done a lot of other things, and you decided to raise your right hand and serve. And that's why I consider all of you the real 1%, the real elite who give absolutely everything. We love you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your families, all those you serve with. Please pass this message to them as well. They serve alongside you. You're in our prayers every single day, in my thoughts every single minute, and our job, whether it's budgets, whether it's strategy, whether it's policy, whether it's authorities, whether it's standards, is to give you exactly what you need to be successful. No distractions. The less complications, the better. The more straightforward, the better. And when it comes to the President's directive, he said, Pete, deliver peace through strength, put America first, and apply common sense. And we try to do that across our formations as much as humanly possible. I often ask him, I say, hey, Mr. President, I'm going to go see your troops, this time out in South Carolina. I always ask him, what do you want me to tell them? And his answer is always the same. He goes, Pete, tell them I love them. And he does. And, you know, I'm here with the great Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, along with your great governor here in South Carolina, Governor McMaster. They both wanted to come along and say hello to the troops as well. But he can attest to that. Scott can attest to that. He's in those rooms with me at the same time as the Treasury Secretary, because it's not just what the military can do. We've got the most powerful economy in the world as well. And when you've got a motivated Treasury Secretary who can pull a lot of levers because he knows how to do it, he can put a lot of pressure on adversaries. So actually, I'll give a moment here to the governor and to the secretary. But first, ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome to the Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent. Woo!
Huguenot from South Carolina. The first C-17 to come to Charleston Air Force Base was called the Spirit of Charleston. And I feel today, as we transition the name to Joint Base Lindsey Graham, that the Spirit of Charleston is with us. One of my ancestors fought with Francis Marion, the swamp rock, which I came in trouble here, is also my secret insurance room.
You're not supposed to do that, Scott.
But I can tell you that everybody who came before you all will be so proud to see you all standing here on the 250th anniversary of our great country. And Senator Graham loved the military. And at the end of the day, that no matter where he went, he was just that young man who was in the Air Force and from Central South Carolina. I saw him in Concord, Turkey at the NATO Summit on the Tuesday, he passed away on Saturday, and he was at the table next to me, and he leaned over and said, Scott, what the F are we doing here? I'm from Central South Carolina, here we are. So I think you'd be so proud. When I travel the world and I see these C-17s sitting in the bases, or in quieter days, when I lived here in Charleston, I'd sit on my side porch overlooking Charleston Harbor, and I'd see these great planes come in and know that with all of you, they were coming, supplying the world with troops, with supplies, and ammunition, whether it comes from the Middle East. I know that this base was largely responsible for the evacuation of all the 2 weeks, and one of the pilots that served, we had 30-hour days. Well, how does that work? Because the time zone. So, congratulations to all of you, and thank you for what you do. What we do at Treasury is when I look, someone asked me, other than Alexander Hamilton, who was great Treasury Secretary, and they were the ones who financed the war. It was Selwyn Chase who financed the U.S. against the Confederacy. Secretary Morgenthau, who raised the money to the U.S., saved the world from World War II. And as the Secretary said, peace through strength. I hope that I will never have to go down in history as having to raise the money to save the world, because everything we will get in advance is so important that peace through strength. From whether it's Midnight Hammer, Epic Fury, we are showing our adversary that the United States, we stand up for our allies, we stand up for our values, and and it is great to be with you all here today. And now when I travel around the world, I will no longer see Charleston. If on the plane, I will see Joint Base Graham, and I will think of all of you who I've met here today. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Secretary. Governor, you want to come on up?
I go back to the Huguenot days myself. History of South Carolina is remarkable. We go all the way back. A lot of British generals. It's back in the 1700s. We went back to very early when the Western world happened in the Revolutionary War. We know that this is one of my history. We were somewhere between 200 and 400 skirmishes and battles. I guess there are generals that they had whispered the names of Higgins, Sumter, and Marion over and over. But it's because of the men and women here and the fight. But you can't fight, you can't be strong if you do not have a good team behind you. Someone who supports you in what you need to do. And there's most dangerous of all. And I can tell you, I've been in and out of public service for a lot of years. And been in this position almost 10. And I have never seen a better team than by a better player. The whole team, these men secretary, and all of them, they had a grand peace, and they were with them all the way. So I say, you put the pedal to the metal, do the job, and make this time count. In your life, make it count. Because it counts for the world is and when you're not here, the United States of America is not here. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you. Thank you, Governor. Appreciate it. Well, I'll just leave it right there because it is hot. I'll just close by saying we just launched an ad campaign at the Department of War called On the Shoulders of Giants. And that when you talk about the revolution, 250 years, you mentioned it, Mr. Secretary, you are standing on the shoulders of giants, and future generations will stand on yours. What you do now, what we do now will set the tone for your kids and grandkids, for my kids and grandkids, and that's what we're committed to, generational defense of this great nation. So what I say to my staff every day, I'm going to say to you, keep going. Just keep going. Do the next right thing. Be bold, be strong, be tough like you are, and keep going and know that we have your back every single day. God bless you. Thank you. Appreciate it.